The night has always been a time of mystery, fear, and fascination, giving birth to some of the most terrifying and captivating creatures in folklore, mythology, and popular culture. From the bloodthirsty vampires that haunt our dreams to the misunderstood creatures like bats that prowl in the darkness, the world of creatures of the night is vast, eerie, and full of legends. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 creatures of the night, from the infamous vampires to the often overlooked, yet fascinating, bats. Get ready to be spooked as we dive into some of the most legendary night dwellers that have terrified and intrigued people for centuries. First up, we can't talk about creatures of the night without mentioning the vampires. These blood-sucking creatures have been a part of folklore across the world for centuries, feeding on the fear and fascination of countless generations. From the terrifying Count Dracula, who has become the quintessential vampire, to the lesser-known strigoi of Romanian folklore, vampires have come to represent the fear of immortality, the allure of the unknown, and the hunger for life force. We'll explore how different cultures view these creatures and the legends that have shaped their terrifying reputation. Next on the list is the Chupacabra, a creature that has become infamous in Latin American folklore. The Chupacabra is said to be a monstrous creature that sucks the blood of livestock, especially goats. With descriptions ranging from reptilian creatures with glowing red eyes to vampiric beasts with spines running down their backs, the Chupacabra continues to haunt the rural areas of Latin America and beyond. Despite numerous sightings, this creature remains as mysterious and elusive as ever, leaving behind only fear and confusion in its wake. Then, there's the Banshee from Irish folklore, a terrifying spirit with a chilling cry that signals impending death. While not a vampire in the traditional sense, the Banshee is a harbinger of doom, forewarning families of the imminent death of a loved one. Often depicted as a wailing woman draped in a hooded cloak, the Banshee's scream is said to echo through the night, filling those who hear it with dread. Whether seen as a warning or a curse, the Banshee remains one of the most unsettling creatures of the night. Another creature often associated with the night is the werewolf, a human who transforms into a monstrous wolf under the full moon. The legend of the werewolf has its roots in European folklore, with tales of men and women cursed to take on a feral form during the night. Werewolves are often depicted as ruthless hunters, preying on the innocent, and their transformations are said to be accompanied by pain and bloodshed. But while they are terrifying, werewolves also embody the struggle between humanity and animal instinct, making them one of the most complex creatures of the night. Next, we have the Jiangshi, or Chinese hopping vampire, a creature that isn't as elegant as the Dracula-esque vampires we all know. The Jiangshi is a reanimated corpse that, unlike traditional vampires, doesn't walk, it hops. The Jiangshi is said to drain the life force from the living, and its creepy, stiff movements make it one of the most terrifying creatures in Chinese folklore. Often depicted with pale skin, sharp fangs, and stiff, outstretched arms, the Jiangshi is a true nightmare from the east. Moving on to the nightmare creatures of North American folklore, we find the Wendigo. This terrifying creature is often described as a gaunt, emaciated figure with an insatiable hunger for human flesh. The Wendigo is said to stalk the forests of the northern United States and Canada, hunting for its next victim. What makes the Wendigo even more terrifying is that it is said to possess its victims, turning them into Wendigos as well. The idea of eternal hunger and insatiable greed is deeply embedded in the Wendigo myth, making it one of the darkest creatures of the night. And, of course, we can't forget about the bats, the creatures that, while often overlooked, have been linked to the supernatural and creatures of the night for centuries. Bats have long been associated with vampires, especially due to their nocturnal nature and the way they seem to appear out of nowhere in the dark. Bats are essential to ecosystems around the world, but in the world of folklore, they are often linked to the occult and darkness. Their fluttering wings, silent movements, and sharp teeth make them the perfect companions for night-dwelling creatures like vampires. Another nightmarish creature is the Mothman, a winged creature with glowing red eyes that has been spotted near the town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia. With its massive wingspan and ominous presence, the Mothman is often seen as a harbinger of doom, appearing just before tragic events or disasters. The Mothman has sparked numerous reports, but despite the sightings, its true nature remains a mystery, leaving behind a trail of eerie stories that continue to baffle those who encounter it. Also, lurking in the darkness is the kappa, a mischievous and dangerous water creature from Japanese folklore. While not exactly a vampire, the kappa is a creature that lurks in rivers and ponds, dragging unsuspecting victims into the water to drown. Often depicted as having the appearance of a turtle with a humanoid body, a kappa is known for its powerful strength and cunning nature. It's believed that the kappa can be tricked into spilling the water in the dish on its head, which weakens it, but until then, It remains one of the most feared creatures of the night in Japan. Finally, rounding out our list is the shadow people, mysterious, shadowy figures that are often seen out of the corner of one's eye, darting just beyond the reach of light. These entities are said to be malevolent beings that stalk their prey in the dark, making them one of the creepiest creatures of the night. Often described as having no facial features or form, shadow people are considered by some to be spirits, while others believe they may be interdimensional beings. Whatever their true nature, they strike fear into those who encounter them. So there you have it, top 10 creatures of the night, from the terrifying vampires and werewolves to the mysterious shadowy figures and bats. These creatures have captured the human imagination for centuries, and their stories continue to haunt our dreams. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the darkest corners of folklore. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell to stay updated on more spine-chilling videos about creatures, myths, and legends from all over the world. Until next time, watch the shadows, they may be hiding more than you think.